Nick Hajazi, the founder of the Mendez Cartel, here with the
co-founder.
Welcome back to another video. Today is a rest and recovery day. What I did today, as you can see on the screen right now, is some abs and cardio. And what we do on rest and recovery days is answer comments from our YouTube videos. We're going to answer comments. We get some great questions. We're going to answer them right now. So if you've got a question, put them in any of the videos I do, and I'll answer them on the rest and recovery days. Before we get into the video, guys, if you want full access to all my training programs, join the Mendez Cartel, my online community. You'll have 24/7 support from us in there. I've just released a new program, the Advanced Bro Split, my best program yet. Click the link in the description and join now. And if you're interested in one-to-one coaching, go to my Instagram, link in the description, and DM us, Cartel, and we'll both coach you and get you in the greatest natural shape of your life. All right, people, let's get into the video. Let's start off with the first question. Oh, sweet baby mama. All right, first question. Yo, big fan of the content. This is from Rohin1695. Yo, big fan of the content. Do you feel like it's better to have two different types of days in a PPL split? For example, push 1 and push 2, where you choose different exercises on each day. That's quite simple. Yes. That's very, very simplistic question. Yes. My push 1 day is different to my push 2 day. I do not do the same exercise as push 1 that I do on push 2. So for example, push 1 for chest, I'll do incline dumbbells, and push 2, I'll do incline barbell. For shoulders, push 1, I'll do seated barbell shoulder press, and for push 1, for push 2, I'll do seated dumbbell press. So I'll do different variations, push 1 and push 2. So they're not the same workout. You want to add anything to this, brother?
Yeah, of course. This has an answer which is really important, which is like, you got to understand that the most important thing when it comes to training is progressing your strength, and you want to progress different movements. So for example, if you're doing a PPL split, you want to progress as many movements as possible. So for example, if you're doing shoulders, let's say you're doing two push days. If you have incline dumbbells one day and you have incline barbell one day, you can improve each of their movements. Whereas if you were doing incline dumbbell on both days, it would be really, really hard to improve on every single session. And that's what you're trying to aim for. So having splitting, push 1, push 2, pull 1, pull 2, and adding different movements will allow you to improve everything every single session. Whereas if you didn't, you'd be stuck in the same movement for a week, for a few sessions. So yeah, it's better to split them up, get as many movements as possible, and try to improve those movements every single
100%, 100%. Different variations allow you to be stronger. So if you did the same workout, push 1, push 2, it'd be very hard to progress. Variation allows you to get stronger. So yeah, we do different workouts on push 1 and push 2. All right, next question is from Jamie Reed 4773. Enjoying watching the progress, brother. I've got 2 questions. Question 1, what's the long-term aim? Constantly switch between bulk and cut, or will you at some point decide to maintain? We'll answer that first question first. For me, bro, I'm young. So for me right now, I do a lot of bulks. I will not be bulking for the rest of my life. This is not a fun thing to bulk like this. It's not maintainable in the long term. I'm not going to be doing crazy bulks like this in my late 30s, late 40s, late 50s. That's not going to happen. This is probably my second last bulk. After this bulk, I've probably got one more bulk in me for the rest of my life. And then I'll probably cut down and maintain the fruits of my labor. The whole point of going to the gym is not so you can bulk eternally for the rest of your life. What's the fun in that? The whole point of the gym is to do the majority of the bulks early on in your training career. First 10 years of training, you want to get most of the bulks out the way, and then just maintain for the rest of your life and enjoy the fruits of your labor. In my late 20s, 30s, 40s, I want to be lean and shredded. Life's a lot better when you're lean and shredded, for the ladies, for business, you're just treated better. So yeah, this is probably my second last bulk. I'll probably do one more after this, but not for a few years. But after this bulk, I'm going to cut and I'm going to stay lean for a bloody long time, because life's just better when you're lean. You want to add something to this, brother?
Of course, I think it really comes down to your goals, brother. Like, are you trying to be a bodybuilder? Is that your goal? Do you want to be a bodybuilder? Do you want to hop on stage? So if you do, obviously you need to bulk constantly and you need to do many, many cuts, you know? Like, if that's your goal, then yeah, you need to bulk and cut eternally until you retire from bodybuilding. Whereas if you would just want to look good, have a good physique, like one of those people who you see on Instagram, you just do a couple of bulks, couple of cuts until you reach the physique you want to get, and then you can maintain. You know, we're not saying like stop training. We're gonna train for life.
Yeah.
That's for sure. I'm
Yeah.
gonna train till
100.
literally I cannot move. I cannot move. If I can go to the gym till I'm 100 years, I'll go to the gym till I'm 100. But yeah, this cycle of bulking and cutting, like it can be really taxing. For example, I don't know if you guys know, but I did a bulk to 100 kilo. Now I'm 76 kilo as of this morning. So yeah, like I just finished a cut after losing 21 kilos of fat. So I'm not thinking about doing a bulk just yet. Will I do another bulk in the future to keep growing? Of course I will, because when you bulk, that's when you enjoy the gym the most. You start getting strong. You have a little bit more energy. Obviously you gain muscle, so you look bigger. Yeah, when you're lean, there's so many benefits, so many fucking benefits. Like looking better, people treat you better. Beauty privilege is a thing, boys.
Yeah.
Is a thing. People will treat you better if you look better. Sadly, that's a reality of life. Like if you've done multiple bulks and cuts, you'll realize how people treat you differently once you're leaner. So yeah, that's like a huge thing for me. Uh, I sleep better. Obviously, the cost of food, how much fucking money you spend on food when you're bulking, so that's a huge factor. Yeah, overall, like you put less stress on your body, so you really need to understand when to bulk and when to cut.
Yeah.
But yeah, both things are really fun, and it really comes down to your goals.
Yeah, 100%. But bulks take a lot out of your life. I'm not going to be bulking forever, man. This is a short-term thing I'm doing in my 20s. Life's better when you're lean, and I want to spend the majority of my life lean, and you should too. Thank you for the question. All right, the second part of that question is this your full-time job currently? Did you work on something else before this? I'm a professional Natty Crusader. My full-time job is to defend the Natty Kingdom. I am the last true Natty Crusader. If it's not for me, the whole Natty Kingdom falls. I am the last guy defending the Crusade. We're on the verge of becoming an extinct species, so my full-time job is professional Natty Crusader. Brother, you want to add to that?
I mean, as in for me, I'm still finishing uni. Oh, holy fuck, guys! Get that stage out of your life as soon as possible. Studying is a torture.
Yeah.
I've never been a good student. I'm still finishing. So yeah, I'm a student right now. Sadly.
Yeah, you're nearly finished though, bro. Nearly finished.
Nearly finished.
He's nearly finished, which is good. I just finished my master's degree. So I'm done with uni, thank the Lord. I've just finished my master's degree, never have to go back to that. It's not fun, man. Uni's not fun. Structured education, not a big fan of it. I probably won't be sending my kids to uni, to be quite honest. But I've finished my master's degree. He's nearly done, which is good. And we'll both be free men soon. All right, next question this one's a question you'll like. From Mohammed Tyson 8676. What do you think about Jordan Peters' approach of super heavy and close to failure training? I'll let you answer this one, brother. You start off. I'm going to quickly go get my pasta from out the. It's on boiling water. It's gonna overcook. So I'll leave you with the co-founder for a little bit while I get my pasta.
I'm here to save the day, boys. Now, but to answer your question, Mohammed, I think Jordan Peters is like a great example and someone to follow. Like, if you watch his early videos, like this guy is someone who truly loves the art of training, and he's tried so many methods. He's been natty, he's been enhanced, he's trained thousands and thousands of people. And I think his approach is probably the best approach there is, which is training as heavy as you can and close to failure. Like you'll see Jordan Peters do like a lot of unorthodox stuff, such as doing sets of 3 on leg presses. He does a lot of machine work, and I think it's because he wants to protect his joints a little bit, but his whole philosophy of training to absolute failure and getting as strong as possible, I think is something that everyone should follow. Try to get as strong as possible in the gym, because at the end of the day, muscle is a byproduct of strength, and the stronger you are, the more muscle you have, and the closer to failure you train, the more muscle you have, and then it's just like a multiplier effect. So yeah, I love Jordan Peters. I'm a big fan. I've been following him for a few years, and I think his training philosophy is one of the best, if not the best, in the fitness industry for sure. And that applies for both enhanced people and natty people. You'll feel like enhanced people have to train so differently from natties, and that's not the reality. Us as natties, we really have to bust our asses to get gains. So yeah, that's what Jordan Peters preaches, and I love it.
Yeah, I concur. Jordan Peters, man, whatever you think about Jordan Peters, what you cannot deny is that he trains like an utter animal, and the guy has ridiculous levels of muscle mass on his body. Like he is huge. You talk about big. There's loads of guys that take gear. Yes, he takes gear, but there's very few men that have his level of muscle mass. The guy is an absolute monster, an absolute freak, and his style of training works. The proof is in the pudding. Look at him. He's huge. His style of training for me is the best way to train. Heavy, high intensity to failure. Nothing beats it. You cannot go wrong. You cannot beat intensity, gentlemen. You simply can't. Great question. Great question. All right, boys. The chicken in the oven. You can hear my chicken, man. I'm always eating. The thing about me is I'm always eating. There's always something in the oven. I'm always cooking. You can hear the chicken in the oven. All right. Let's go. Last question. We've got one more question. I'll leave you with the co-founder again. Let me just run and quickly get the chicken out of the oven. I'll leave you with the co-founder.
What's the question?
From Hibachi Grills 212. When you reach your genetic limit and gains stop coming, no matter what you do, would you consider becoming enhanced? All right, I'll leave you with the co-founder now.
Okay, so first of all, bro, um, this is something I can assume you started training not too long ago, since this is a concept that a lot of people have implanted in their heads, like such as Greg Doucette, Jeff Nippert, and all these guys that just talk so much stuff about fitness. Is like there's not really a thing. There's no such thing as a natural limit. You know, like for example, there's a great guy who I look up to, just like Jordan Peters, who's called the Godfather from 3DMJ. He's like one of the OGs from the natty bodybuilding industry. And this guy has been training like for 50 years, and he showed comparisons from he was like 35 to 50, and he's made crazy improvements over time. The thing with muscle, and I think this is the actual concept of natural bodybuilding, which is you might not be able to go up in body weight, like to gain weight of muscle, but the longer you train, your muscles will look differently. It's weird to explain. So, the Godfather posts a picture when he was like on stage. Absolutely, like the good thing about stage pictures is that it standardizes the body fat. So he was like, let's say, 160 in one picture when he was 35, and on another picture he was the same exact weight at 50, but his body looked completely different. He looked much bigger. So I don't think there's such thing as a genetic limit, natural genetic limit. It's just that people have implanted this thought on their head just to hop on gear. Like they'll come up with these fucking excuses all the time. Like for example, Alex Eubank. Like he hopped on gear because he didn't want to bulk. And this goes back to the question we were addressing just yet. It's like, if you think you've reached your natural limit, bulk for 2 years and tell me if you really reach your natural limit. There's not such thing. You'll always be able to improve in a different way. Obviously, your improvement won't be as quick as if you were first starting, but improvements will come. And, we're here for the long term. We're going to train for a lifetime. So there's no need to hop on gear and destroy
100%.
your whole endocrine system,
100%.
destroy your health, get bald, and yeah, shorten your life, your life.
Absolutely agree. There is no genetic limit. Stop putting this idea. Stop putting this idea in your mind. There's a genetic limit. It doesn't exist. There is no such thing as a genetic limit. You know how long it takes. You know how many decades of training you have to do to reach your peak natty status. We're talking decades and decades. There's guys that have been training 30 years, 35 years, 40 years in their 50s and 60s that are still making improvements. There is no genetic limit. Anyone will come up with an excuse to jump on gear. Oh, I've reached my natty potential. The amount of guys I see on social media that have been training like 3 years. I've reached my natty potential. I have to jump on gear. You're nowhere near your natural potential, buddy. You just think you are, and now you're going to jump on gear because you want an excuse to jump on gear. There's people online that will find any excuse to jump on gear. It literally takes decades to reach your natty potential. I'm nowhere near it. I've only been training 7 years, which is not a long period of time, by the way, in this game. There's guys that have been training 27 years, 37 years, and they've still got room for improvement. They're still getting better every day. And like the co-founder said, most people think they've reached their genetic peak or their genetic limit because they're not willing to bulk. They're not willing to be fluffy for a long period of time. They're not willing to get a little chubby. Bulk for a long period of time and then tell me if you've reached your genetic limit. Most guys are nowhere near their genetic limit. And Alex Eubank should never have jumped on gear. He's nowhere near, bro. He's nowhere near his natural peak. Nowhere near, not even 50% of the way there. But he wasn't willing to bulk. He wasn't willing. There is no light without darkness. You have to be willing to bulk and be a bit fluffy. And he wasn't willing to go through that, so he jumped on gear. He took the easy way out. But yeah, guys, that's the video. Thank you very much for watching. Nick Kajalzi, the founder of the Mendez Cartel, here with the
co-founder.
Thank you very much for watching. Guys, subscribe to this channel. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Join the Mendez Cartel, link in the description. If you want one-to-one coaching, go to my Instagram and DM Cartel, and you'll get started with both of us. We'll get you in the greatest natural shape of your life. And as always, people, Nick Kajalzi, the founder of the Mendez Cartel.
The co-founder.
And as always, long live King Charles III. Oh, wait, one sec. We've got to do the thumbnail, bro, quick. Thumbnail, bro, thumbnail. We've got to do the thumbnail, boys, before we sign off. Let's do the thumbnail. Do a little pose, bro. We've got to do the thumbnail. All right, thumbnail done. And as always, Nick Kajalzi, the founder of the Mendez Cartel, here with the
co-founder.
And as always, long live King Charles III, and God bless Sir Winston Churchill.